Well, hello there, YouTube. Chilling with Twisted 420 here once again. And today I bring to you an interesting little Chinese handheld that kind of looks like a Nintendo Switch. Kind of like a Nintendo Switch clone. Now, the worst part is, this thing is getting labeled by many people. I've seen Cool Baby on here. I've seen all kinds of different labels. This one's just random. But yeah, I saw this thing on Wish.com initially, and I was like, screw that, I'm not going to order from Wish. So I went on eBay and found this thing for 37 bucks, straight out of China. And what appealed to me was the large screen. This analog stick here, which isn't the greatest. It's loosened up a little bit. It was really stiff, but now it works a little bit better, but it's still horrible. And I figured, you know what, let's roll the dice and see what happens. And as you can see on the box, it simply says video games. 5-inch display, video games. Came with the manual, micro USB charging cable, and a set of headphones. Now, I think in one other post about this, it came with the HDMI. But I didn't receive one, so I won't be able. I don't have a micro HDMI, so I'll have to get one and test that out later. But yeah, 37 bucks for this guy, and it can do some decent emulation. Now it doesn't do PS1 or anything, but SNES and on back, she's pretty good to go. She's pretty good to go. I've added some of my own ROMs. I've added some videos and stuff on here just to see how everything works, and it's not bad. Not the greatest display. It's not an IPS display, I can tell you that right now. But let's just take a look at this guy real quick. Up top, we got a power button. Power button. All right. Micro SD card slot, USB charging, headphone jack, micro HDMI, and this is your back button. That's how you get out of games and go back to the menu. We also have a left and right bumper up here. Okay. On the face, volume up and down. Right here, as you can see. This analog stick, it's just not good. It was trying to be like the first PSP ones, but it actually controls volume. I didn't know that, but it's just not good. It's just not good. I thought I wouldn't really care for this D-pad, but the D-pad's actually okay, as you'll see in a little bit with some gaming. We got our other face buttons here. We also have select and start, and as you can see, it's got the blue and red kind of color scheme of a Nintendo Switch. Kind of cool. On the back, everything's labeled up there. I thought this was a button. I think this is where a camera used to be or something, but either way, it does nothing. You got some little grips on the side, and you have, unfortunately, a single mono speaker right here that fires out of the back. It's not great. It's not great. And you can see the sticker for 8 GB right there. I haven't even had to put a micro SD card in it because it has a bunch of games, still has plenty of room, and these older games don't take up very much room. But yeah, let's do a little tour of the interface. I've seen this interface on a couple of other Chinese handhelds. You got music, video, photos, ebooks, dictionary, stopwatch, browser, and then calculator and calendar. Interesting. You got a few display settings. You can set up the TV out in a few different ways. But let's go over here just to show you. I loaded up some. I think I loaded up a couple of videos. Yeah, Sonny, Goldberg's, and it had some like K-pop, I think, installed on it already. Let's see. Hey, this shit kind of goes hard though. Okay, maybe I see what the K-pop sensation is about now.
The Iron Sheik's spine, so American values are preserved. Where do you come from? Yep, we even made movies about wrestling, but no one loved it more than Barry. Listen up, Hulkamaniacs! You better eat your vitamins and say your prayers.
But you get the idea. Some of the stuff works. But anyway, what we care about is games. So let's go in here and check it out. Recent list, you can go through and look at some of the stuff that you've played recently. But if we go to directory, we'll see everything. Now I relabeled arcade. It was I forget what, I think it was CPS. I relabeled it arcade. It only came with Dinosaurs and Cadillacs originally, but I added Alien vs Predator, Goose and Goals, and Punisher, all arcade stuff. Runs everything fine. We got Famicom, and this Game 1000 really is just more NES games. It's 1,219 NES games. We got Gameboy Advanced, 127 games here. And I did add Sonic Advance 3 just to see how it runs. We'll test that out in a minute. But that's on here. We got Game Boy Color, NES, Super Famicom, it's going to be all your Super Nintendos. I think it only had 45 games on it originally, but as you can see, I've added more. It's up to 52 now. But a lot of the classics, I got to say, they got rid of a lot of the fluff. A lot of times you'll have an entire game list. You don't care about half the games. So really what they've done is they put in kind of a greatest hits situation. Plus you can add or remove your own. Let's see here. We got Sega Master System. Got a bunch of stuff here. I think I added Sonic and Knuckles. And Toe Jam and Earl. Yeah, I added Toe Jam and Earl, Sonic and Knuckles. I forget what game this is sitting by itself. Oh yeah, it's a Street Fighter game. It's another arcade. That was the other arcade. There was two of them. That's a Street Fighter arcade game, but I can't get it to load, so I just use a different one. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and do a little bit of testing and see how this thing runs. Use the select button to add coins. No slowdown, everything seems to be running smooth. And anything you want to get out of, you hit this back button. And yes, you can save your progress. Loaded, everything's good. You even have a few settings here for mapping the buttons, the screen size. If you want to go with the original size, it can be small. You can scale it up or go full screen. I prefer full screen. I know a lot of people don't, but that's what I do. And yeah, but let's go ahead and back out of here. Little NES action here. Here's a little Gameboy Advanced emulation. As you can see, Sonic is playing fine with no issues or slowdowns. Looking good. Here we got a little Super Nintendo action. Let's see what we get. The speaker's plenty loud, it's just not that great. And I'll show you this analog stick in action. Yeah, it's not ideal. I prefer the D-pad instantly. A little more SNES here. Donkey Kong Country 2. Here we have some Sonic and Knuckles on the Sega Genesis. And you can see there's a few sound issues here with Sonic and Knuckles. And I'm going to say it's more to do with the ROM, because all the other ROMs that came pre-installed are fine. I added this one myself. But it's still playable. It's not the worst thing ever. Can't believe they ported these Virtua Fighter games to the Genesis. Just keep pressing the button. Man, that's all you gotta do. Alright folks, I just wanted to show you a few things here. This is for 37 bucks. This isn't bad to play a few old emulators. Just know its limitations. This analog stick sucks, okay? The speaker isn't great. There's sound glitches on a couple of games, but for all that, you got this nice 5-inch little display with some decent buttons. I don't think it's too bad. Viewing angles are not great on this screen. It's far from an IPS screen, but it works. It gets bright enough. And yeah, this thing is fully playable. It's not bad at all for a few old school games. So yeah, I just thought I'd pop in, show you guys this little Nintendo Switch wannabe. For 37 bucks, it's not too shabby. Not too shabby. But yeah, I might do some more videos on this guy, mess around with it later. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And until next time, you guys stay sexy out there. I'm out.